What's up, everybody? It's me, Rivah, back again with another video. If you're new here, my name is Rivah. I'm here to give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, and of course, my reaction to this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and press play so that you guys can watch the entire video. And then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, of course, my reaction after this woman is done speaking.
For instance, I need to travel tomorrow, and I say to my husband, I'd like to travel there, and he goes, oh, I wouldn't want you to go, just wait with me for a while or something, and I have the money to go, and I sit down. That is submission, because I have the ability to go. The money, the funds, everything. I choose not to go because he asked me to. That's submission. However, if I say, I'd like to go to America next week, and my husband needs to give me the money to fly, and he says, I don't have any money, sit down, and I sit down. What I have done is I've obeyed, I've not submitted. So to be a submissive woman, first be powerful. That is what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are not submissive. They just don't have what it takes. So they're just obeying. And they're passing it on to women who have achieved 10 times what they have and saying they are not submissive. No, you are not submissive to you just don't have enough power to be dangerous. To you don't have enough resources to display your unsubmissive nature.
Okay. This woman is very intelligent, obviously. But this is a key part of the conversation that I think is necessary for us to have in regards to this whole submission topic. Because there's a lot of people who are coming up and having conversations about what it means to be submissive, about being a submissive woman, being a submissive wife, being a submissive girlfriend. And there's a big difference between being obedient and being submissive. And this breakdown was like 100% one of the best outlooks I've ever seen when it comes to this conversation, because it's so easy for women who are in situations where they literally have no choice. Okay? They have no choice but to be cooperative. They have no choice but to be agreeable. They have no choice but to abide by the rules set by their spouse, because if they don't have anywhere to live. They're not going to get their quote unquote, allowance. They're not going to be able to, do anything that is going to be fulfilling for themselves, anything that they desire to do, because it solely depends on their whole being, their liberty depends on this other person, their spouse. So they have to play along to get the things that they want to acquire. Play along as in not being disrespectful, playing nice, and doing whatever this person is asking of them. They have to abide by these rules and by these limits set by their partner, because if they do not, then their very well-being will be at risk. That looks very different when you have a woman who is able to financially take care of herself. Okay? A woman who is able to, fend for her own, give or take. A woman that is not incapable. It does not mean that she makes more money than her husband. It just means that she does have her own source of income, as well as he has his source of income. Maybe his source of income is the majority of the money in the household, but she still has her own income. We're talking about people who have jobs, right? We're not talking about a woman who is married to a well-off man. She doesn't have a job, and so she has to, again, be obedient to everything that this man is putting in front of her, because she literally has no choice. We're talking about like normal households. We know that most people are not millionaires. Most people are not, wealthy. Most people are not wealthy. So it normally takes more than one income to support a household, especially now when, inflation is so high. Right? So this woman who goes to work, her husband also goes to work. They both come together. They pay the bills. Maybe they have joint bank accounts. Maybe they have separate bank accounts. Submission is, you have your own, as this woman just said. You have your own income. You have your own car. Okay? And this man is telling you, go sit down somewhere, and you do. Not go sit down somewhere and, oh, who he think he is, who he think you're going to tell me. No. That's what true cooperation is. Not when you're solely dependent. And some of y'all might be upset at what I'm saying about this. Some of you guys might be like, what are you talking about, Rue? You know, like, no, it shouldn't matter. But let's be honest. The way how it works with most women, a lot of women put ramifications on why and why not they can or cannot be submissive. Why or why not they can or cannot depend on a man. Why or why not they cannot, quote unquote, rest in their femininity. But when a woman is in a space, right, of going into the workforce, still coming home, still cooking, still cleaning, still putting your needs before herself, still making sure that, okay, you have to get up and go to work. I have to get up and go to work too. Let me make sure I pack your lunch for you. Let me make sure that even though I don't go to work until 9 and you go to work and you have to leave the house at 6, that I wake up from 4 or 5 to make sure that you have a good breakfast in your stomach before you leave the house. Okay? Let me make sure that when I come home or when I'm coming home from work, that I have all the ingredients or have all the things that I need to make sure that I can, you know, create a good meal for the both of us, because that's still my role. Let me make sure that even though this is my money in my account, that I maybe clocked in for, work for, whatever, besides the maybe the ramifications of, like, I don't know why I keep saying this word ramifications, but besides the boundaries of, like, you know, maybe getting your hair done, your nails done, you know, stuff for yourself, toiletries and stuff like that. Besides that, you know that you're going to communicate with your partner before you even spend a bad dollar so that he's aware of where the finances are going. Even though you clocked in and you worked this money, you're still under the leadership of this man. Prior to making any large purchases, not just because your name is on your card or you have your own bank account. No. It's, I'm still going to run this by you. Make sure this is okay with you. And also, if you tell me it's not okay with you, then I'm not going to do it. Because there's a lot of stuff that I see on social media too, TikTok, everywhere, where a lot of women, you know, have this joke about, like, hiding the Amazon packages and hiding the this and hiding the that. No. It's about being in strong communication with your partner. Like, hey, like, you know, I was thinking of getting this. I know our budget is like this. What do you think about this? And he's like, oh, no, cool, babe. You know, do your thing. Yeah, you could definitely get that. Or, you know what, babe, remember, you know, our main goal is to do this and to do that. So we got to make sure that we're accounting for every cent. So I don't really think that's a good thing to do at this time. And you're like, all right, cool, babe, I understand. Yeah, you're right. I won't do that. It's a big difference. It's a big difference, because it's easy to do what somebody tells you that you need to do when you're solely dependent on them. It's easy. Anybody can act when they think that somebody is going to be on the other side, handing them something, providing for them, or doing something for them. Anybody can, you know, play along to get along, as I said earlier. But when you are able, and you, like I said, go sit down somewhere when instructed to, it's different. It's real different. And that's why I don't look at the guys of, like, you know, there's so much conversation. Oh, I don't take advice from married people, and I don't take advice from single people, and I don't take advice from this. And well, how long have you been married, and what kind of marriage? No, because none of that stuff truly, when you really look at the ideas of being able to have successful relationships, all of those things don't come into play, because we have seen it over and over again. Married people, that when you see the real details of their marriage, you're like, if this is the only example of marriage that I saw, I would never get married. Okay. And just like you have single people who are speaking from places of hurt, speaking of things that they haven't even experienced on their own, and then they wonder why they can't get into a successful relationship. It's about being on it, being 100, being real as a human being. Not just because you're a girlfriend now, you're going to say, oh, well, he can't tell me what to do yet until he gets me the ring. It doesn't make sense. Because once you get the ring, it's going to be, well, he can't tell me what to do now until he can sit me down and until he can pay all the bills. And then once he does that, well, he can't tell me what to do until, I have to, take care of the kids. Then he gives you some kids. And it's always going to be something else. Over and over and over again. It's always going to be another hoop he has to jump through. Continuously. So you have to be who you are. You have to, first of all, you have to know who you are so you can be who you are. We have a lot of people walking around trying to get into relationships and have no idea who they even are. Have literally no idea who they are. Don't even know where to begin. So yes, there is a huge difference between having to abide by and abiding by out of principle, out of structure. I mean, and there's some modern women out there now that, even if they are solely dependent on you, they still not abiding by nothing. Like, they rather get thrown out. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different aspect as well. But I love what this woman had to say, and I would love to hear what you all have to say in the comment section down below. So make sure that you guys leave your comments, hit that subscribe button, and give this video a thumbs up, especially if you like this video. I do post a video every single day. The time varies. If you hit that notification bell, it's going to notify you as soon as I post. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.